From Storm Tracker 6, this is Forecast First, sponsored by Auto Owners Insurance. Simple human sense.
It is another gloomy and rainy afternoon across mid-Michigan. St. John's already picking up on 0.12 of an inch of precipitation. And of course, satellite and radar shows we're still going to have to deal with more rain showers and a few isolated thunderstorms as we go throughout the rest of our Wednesday. Temperatures outside are fairly cool. 47 degrees in Lansing and Mason, 45 our current temperature in Hillsdale, and 49 degrees in places like St. John's and Owasso. Again, rain showers will continue as we go throughout the rest of the day today and for most of our Thursday as well, before we finally are able to dry things out. 6 News at Noon starts right now.
WMMS is here for you, celebrating 75 years of bringing you the news with 6 News at Noon.
Now at noon, the second longest federal government shutdown threatens paychecks, child care, and health care with no end in sight. It is our top story at noon. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Kirk Montgomery. Republicans say they will try to pass a new bill on Thursday that would at least pay essential government employees, including the military, who are having to work without pay during this shutdown. Natalie Brand is here for you now with the very latest.
With the shutdown entering its 4th week, furloughed federal workers are turning to food banks. That includes Melissa Westbrook, a 22-year employee of the Defense Department.
We don't know when it's going to end, and I need to pay my bills, and we need this to hurry up and, be over with. So it's stressful.
But the two sides aren't budging, with Republican senators who lunched in the Rose Garden with President Trump Tuesday saying they will not negotiate health care until Democrats reopen the government.
We will not be extorted on this crazy plot of theirs.
Democratic leaders on Capitol Hill have asked the president for a meeting before his upcoming trip to Asia, but he says not until the shutdown ends.
I'd love to meet with them. I just want them to open up the country first.
The president should meet with us. It's not me, him, or anything political. It's that the people are in crisis.
Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer warns health care premiums will rise on November 1st unless lawmakers act on the issue this month.
And Trump has an obligation to negotiate with us and solve this problem.
With no sign of when the shutdown will end, Republican lawmakers are trying to move forward with a bill to compensate essential workers and military members working without pay. A vote is expected as soon as Thursday. Natalie Brand, CBS News, the White House.
In Eaton County, officials are investigating a deadly two-car crash and say alcohol may have been a factor. It happened around 7 o'clock last night at the intersection of Mount Hope Highway and Mulliken Road in Roxanne Township. That's near Portland. Police say a car driven by a 27-year-old man from Fowler was traveling north on Mulliken Road when another car driven by a 42-year-old man from Lansing was traveling eastbound on Mount Hope Highway failed to stop at a posted stop sign, causing the collision. A passenger in that car, a 50-year-old from Lansing, died at the scene. Both drivers also suffered injuries. The investigation remains ongoing. On the local political front now, city officials in Lansing will continue holding a series of public meetings to discuss the future of Mod Pods in the city. Those are those tiny homes the city purchased earlier this year with the goal of helping people experiencing homelessness transition to full-time housing. Right now, city leaders are trying to determine the logistics and where to place these pods, which they hope to be determined through community feedback at these meetings. Now, the next one is scheduled today in Ward 4. It'll be held at the Let's Community Center at 6:30 tonight. Meanwhile, Ward 1 residents will meet tomorrow at 5:30 at the Geyer Community Center, and residents in Ward 2 will meet at the same time on Friday at the Davis Nature Pavilion at the Fenner Nature Center. In Jackson now, public schools decide to keep paying for cybersecurity services it first acquired several years ago after a ransomware attack shut down the district. Our media partners at MLive report the Board of Education approved a renewal with the cybersecurity firm Arctic Wolf. Their contract was set to expire, but now these services will continue for another 3.5 years. It will cost the district more than $322,000, which will come from the general fund. The ransomware attack back in 2022, impacting much of Jackson's public school building operations, including heating, phones, and classroom technology. Capital Area Michigan Works teamed up with the Michigan Department of Labor and Economic Opportunity and Lansing Community College this morning to host an event showcasing the advantages of registered apprenticeships. The event, called Race to Talent, just wrapped up at LCC's West Campus. More than 50 employers signed up for the event, which featured presentations from employers and apprentices about their own successes, and a panel discussion about the process of establishing a registered apprenticeship and how it can really benefit businesses, even those outside traditional apprenticeship fields.
Apprenticeships are really a win-win model. Employers get to create a training program that's customized to meet what their needs are, and our employees who are going into those apprenticeships are learning those skills that they're going to earn a nationally recognized credential with. So it's really about making sure that we're meeting the need of what our employer community is looking for here.
And for more information on the Capital Area Michigan Works, you can call 517-492-5500. Students at the Mid-Michigan Leadership Academy had a visit from the Lansing Fire Department today, but it was for a teachable reason. All K-8 students had the chance to participate in a simulation and training event for their Fire and Career Day, which featured a fire truck and a live inflatable simulation house.
You're never too young to be fire safe. That's what we feel. Our goal at the Lansing Fire Department is to make sure that everybody has the same chance of being safe at home. So whether that's escaping fire, whether that's just dialing 911, having the interactive bounce house. Now granted, they're not going to be able to jump up or down and bounce around like they would, at a birthday party, but they can go in and they can interact.
Mid-Michigan Leadership Academy is a public school academy in Lansing, serving students in kindergarten through 8th grade.
From Storm Tracker 6, this is Weather First, sponsored by Auto Owners Insurance. Simple human sense.
Temperatures across mid-Michigan this Wednesday afternoon are trending right around 10 to 15 degrees cooler compared to where we were at this same time yesterday. That's because of all the dense cloud cover and rain showers that we are still dealing with. Speaking of rainfall totals across the area since midnight, currently sitting at 3/10 of an inch over in Charlotte, just below that 1/10 of an inch mark over in Marshall. Of course, satellite and radar shows that widespread rain that we were dealing with earlier this morning is exiting off to our east. However, a couple of bands of lake effect rain are beginning to set up to our west, and those will remain in place not only as we go throughout the rest of our Wednesday, but even overnight tonight. Those lake effect rain showers will be in effect across the region, and notice more scattered rain in the forecast just in time for our Thursday as well. As we move into late Thursday evening, extending throughout our Friday, we'll start to dry things out across the area. Notice cloud cover still going to hang on as we move throughout our Friday, and then by the time we move into the weekend, yes, we will still be dry, and we are looking at a little bit more in the way of sunshine across the area by Saturday as well. In terms of additional rainfall across the area as we go throughout the rest of the day today and throughout our Thursday as well, we could be picking up on around 1/4 of an inch, possibly as much as 3/4 of an inch across some portions of mid-Michigan, depending on where exactly the heaviest of those lake effect rain bands set up across the region. Notice we have a couple of light sprinkles right now here in the city of Lansing, temperature-wise 47 degrees, but of course with the rain showers, with the cloud cover, and with those winds 14 miles per hour coming out of the west, it is feeling just slightly cooler. So for the first time in a while, we have to think about a wind chill temperature, currently feeling like 41 degrees here in Lansing. In Grand Ledge, 47, that rainfall total currently sitting at 1/10 of an inch. That peak wind gusts up to 11 miles per hour. A couple of raindrops dotting the lens over in downtown Jackson, 47, but feeling like we're at that 40-degree mark. Quite breezy, wind 17 miles per hour coming out of the west-southwest. And our final stop in the city of Hillsdale, 46 degrees. Precipitation actually not registering in the rain gauge at this point in time, but as you can see, we have that wet pavement and of course those raindrops on the camera lens as well. Temperature wise for today, we're going to be well below average. Average high for this time of year right around 58 degrees. We're only going to make it up into the low 50s across the area today. On top of that, it is going to be breezy as well. Notice wind gusts as we go throughout the rest of the afternoon and evening will continue to hover between that 20 and 30 mile per hour mark. So very similar to the breezy conditions that we have had across the region yesterday. Overnight tonight, we're cooling down into the low 40s. That's 1 degree above average in terms of our overnight lows for this time of year. The 6-day forecast shows another chilly day for tomorrow, highs in the low 50s. Rain showers by then going to be a little bit more scattered in nature compared to what we are seeing today, and those winds are going to be calmer as well. So it's going to feel just slightly warmer outside. We'll start to warm things up as we move into the weekend, not only drying things out, breaking apart that cloud cover as well. So beautiful forecast for the weekend.
Yeah.
Partly cloudy Saturday and Sunday, highs in the mid to upper 50s.
Did you actually say wind chill?
I know.
Oh,
for the first time in a while.
In a long time.
We can substitute it for feels like temperature for now.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.